Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Evercade A to Z, a series of explorations of the games for Blaze's Evercade retro gaming platform. Today's game is Romeow and Julicat. This was originally released in 2020 for Mega Drive and brought to Evercade in August of 2021 as part of the Cat Studios Collection 2 cartridge. It's a simple but addictive shape-based puzzle game in which you must lay down pieces made of blocks in order to create horizontal and vertical lines across a grid. Now, like Cat Studios' other releases, Romeow and Julicat is a modern release for a retro platform, and as such prior to the Evercade release primarily had attention from homebrew enthusiasts. But the Cat Studios cartridges for Evercade have helped bring these modern retro titles to a whole new audience. So let's go play Romeow and Julicat.
Okay, welcome back to the Evercade VS, where today we're playing Romeow and Julicat from the Cat Studios 2 collection. This is probably my favourite game on that collection, and there's some great stuff on there, but this is a really fun game that I like an awful lot. Unfortunately, Cat don't seem to sort of like sharing a lot of information about where their games came from and so on, so it's actually quite hard to find out a lot of information about this game. But to be honest, it kind of speaks for itself, really. It's a puzzle game. It's very enjoyable. It was originally released on the Mega Drive, I believe. And yeah, it's just great. So let's have a look at the description. Romeow loves Julicat, and the best way for him to prove that is by playing his instruments and singing his songs. Help him do just that by placing as many pieces on the puzzle board as you can. Filling a horizontal or vertical line all the way across the board will clear it, leaving more space for you to play, and placing the required number of pieces will take you to the next stage. So yeah, this is a puzzle game that it takes some inspiration from Tetris, but it's different. It's not a falling block puzzler, but it is a block puzzler, as you'll see.
Mega Cat.
Mega Cat. All right, begin. Appear to me like one of your French cats. You must set 50 figures. All right, so what you do in this game is you pick one of the pieces you've got down at the bottom here. So let's take this one. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. Let me start again with the correct buttons this time.
Mega Cat.
Alright. Yes. Right, take this one. And pop it down there. And you're trying to create horizontal and vertical lines all the way across the board. And you see when you've taken all three pieces from the bottom, you then get another set of three. I don't think you can rotate either. You just have to take what you're given. And you'll see in the bottom left corner there is a number that is going down with every piece we place. And your aim on each stage is to take that all the way down to 0. So clearing the lines doesn't directly help you progress the level. But it does clear space for you to put more pieces. So what you want to do is you want to try and keep clearing pieces off the board as much as possible. So you've got space to put more down. And then you simply repeat until you have completed the stage. And that's how this game works. But it's a lot of fun because it's one of those puzzle games that's a really simple idea, but it's an effective one. It works really, really well. It ramps up the difficulty nicely in the later stages by introducing more complex types of piece. You've got a nice variety of different backgrounds as you play through the stages that are sort of a reward for progressing. You see that stick of dynamite over on the left? If you get yourself into a situation where you can't place any pieces on the board, it will automatically use that and clear the board once for you. Or you can use that manually at any time as well if you want to. Stick that in there. See, it's starting to get a little bit trickier already. So you always want to be looking for opportunities to get lines, even if they're not necessarily neat and tidy. Continually clearing is the important thing. So you've always got space to put those pieces. There we are. That's going quite nicely, isn't it? Only 5 more pieces to place on this level as well. And so as long as we stay safe, we should be all good. There we go. Stage complete. You add me at meow. You must set 100 figures. So we then move on to the next stage, which gives us a different background and some different music. But the gameplay is basically the same. What you will find as you proceed through the stages is that you'll get more and more complicated pieces that are tricky to fit in. So you'll start seeing less of things like the single square piece and the 2 square piece, and you'll start seeing more pieces that have 5 or 6 tiles in them, which makes them much trickier to slot in a way that is nice and neat and tidy. As I say, to a certain extent, you need to try and get your head out of the neat and tidy mindset in this, because it's not always the best way to play. Alright, we need to get some in that second to last row down at the bottom, really, don't we? There we go, that's the perfect thing to put in there. Tetris! Okay. And familiarising yourself with the kinds of pieces that can show up over the course of a level is quite important to success in this. So the more familiar you are with what you're likely to have to deal with at any given moment, the better you'll do. You can go there. It's those big ones that start becoming a bit troublesome after a while. But as long as you make sure you're not leaving too many tiny gaps is the important thing. Because after that first stage you don't really get single square pieces anymore. So it becomes a lot harder to fill small isolated gaps. So you want to try and fit stuff together as well as possible. See there, I'd left myself with no possible moves, so it automatically used a bomb for me. I've still got one though, because I think it carries over the one from the previous level. And we do actually still get the single square pieces, just not very often. So be wary of that. 54 to go. So we're about halfway through this level. So fitting some of these in here. Again, not worrying too much about tidiness as long as we're leaving space for pieces. And leaving ourselves with a bit of flexibility to develop into. That can fit there, so we'll put that there. Just starting to get a bit tight and spaced in a few places. You can go there to fill that gap in nicely. That can fit there relatively tidily. This can go, oh, that can go in the corner there. There we go, that makes a line. Pop that there, that makes another line. Clears a bit of space, which is what we want. 37 pieces to go. Left a hole in the corner though. I want to try and get rid of that if we can. So let's work on that a bit. There we go. So and that's when we get a single space piece, of course. Of course. Okay, going a bit better now. Let's pop that in there. And then we can squeeze that one in there. That can fill that gap there nicely. Oh, I left myself in an unwinnable situation despite that. I was all pleased with myself as well. But no, apparently I had still messed up. But never mind. We're still okay. 23 pieces to go. And everything's fine. Everything's fine. It really is, you know. See, because I can just pop that in there, and pop that in there, and get some lines, and pop that in there, and get another line. And that can go in there, and that could go in there. We got another line, and only 11 to go. 9. 8. Probably doesn't matter too much where we place most of these now, but let's still try and be a little bit careful just in case. I was just about to say you shouldn't get cocky because you can still you can still mess up. Oh, and I did. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. All right, exit that. We'll just pop into the options menu now, because you've got several different modes to play. You've got classic mode, you've got arcade mode, you've got classic mode and arcade mode, and then 2-player you've got versus time as well. Let's try the arcade mode, see how that's different. Okay, so in this instance, it's just a case of survive as long as you can. So there's no like end goal in this one. There's no progressing through levels. It's just last as long as you can, and it doesn't look like we got any bombs either. If I sound a bit vague, it's because I haven't actually played this mode before, because I like the standard mode so much that I've just never really explored this mode. But if you do get to a point where you've finished the single player mode and you want a sort of more endless challenge, this looks like the place to go. Well, I messed that up already. Okay, you get the idea. It's the same basic mechanics in both modes. So let's have another go at the classic mode and progress through the levels. And we can continue from where we left off. So we can continue from level 2. But it resets our score to 0. So whether or not that bothers you is a case of how much you care about score in this game. And you can play this as a score attack game if you want, in both the classic mode and the arcade mode, because it would be quite fun to see how far you can get in the classic mode without reaching a fail state. And of course the arcade mode is set up right from the outset to be based entirely on score and how long you last. Oh no, ideal place for that to go. There we go. And then you can go there. Yeah, I like this game. I like this sort of block sorting game. And I like that it's a little bit more sedate than Falling Block Puzzlers. So as far as I'm aware, there's no actual sort of time limit on placing the pieces, so you can just take your time over putting them down. And actually think through your moves carefully. And don't get me wrong, I like frantic puzzlers, but there are times when you want something that engages your brain in a similar way but does not cause you to panic quite so much. And that's where games like this come in. because they engage that part of your brain that's all about things like spatial awareness and that sort of thing, without simultaneously engaging your fight or flight response. Okay, fill in that corner. Halfway through again. Let's try not to mess it up this time. And at least not in quite as an embarrassing way as I did last time. Just as I was about to mention how getting cocky can easily be your downfall. Oh, I feel like I'm gradually screwing myself. Yep, there we go. That was never going to end particularly well. But it's happened now. It's happened now, so we just have to deal with it. Okay. Pop that in the corner. No, leave that for the minute. That can go in that corner. Yep, that's quite pleasing. And then this can go there. Excuse the aeroplane or helicopter outside if you can hear that. If it wasn't already abundantly clear from past videos, we live right under a flight path here. So all the planes going into Southampton Airport end up going over our house at one point or another, it seems. Oh. It's getting a little bit tight, isn't it? Can that go anywhere? I don't think it can it? I think we might be buggered, Marjorie. Or not. There we go. Saved your life. I left an annoying hole in the corner again. Need to do something about that, really. So let's do that. There we go. None of those pieces will fit in the hole in the corner. But at least we can get to the hole in the corner now, which is something. That can go there. That can fit in with it nicely. That can go there. That can go in the hole in the corner. Okay, I feel like we brought it back from the brink of disaster there, which is good. Pop that there. Left the hole, but we should be able to fill that in quite soon, hopefully. Alright. No! Oh no, I did it! Oh, that really set me off there. You complete meow, you must set 200 figures. Oh, we've got stuff in place at the start of the level in this one. But presumably it won't be a problem to just get rid of that. Yeah, so that just disappears when you get rid of it. It's just a few bits and pieces in there at the start of the level just to try and put you off a bit. But it's not a problem. Not if you're a puzzle master. I'm not saying I'm a puzzle master, by the way, because as gameplay of this has probably shown, I emphatically am not a puzzle master. You could have come along when it was useful, but no. But no, you have to come along when I don't need a single block one. Well, never mind. Clear another line there. Nice. Nice. You see, we're starting to get a lot more of those 5 blocks now, the sort of L-shaped ones, which are increasingly difficult to find space for. But it's fine. What's a puzzle game without a bit of challenge? You got that. Not ideal. But we'll work with it. That's gotta go there, isn't it? Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. See? All good. Nothing to worry about. Only 150 pieces still to go. God, this level's going slowly, isn't it? Well, we'll just do what we can. No, don't leave a single gap because they're a pain. Go there. I've got bonus bomb from somewhere. I guess you get an extra one at a certain score level. Looks like it might be 5,000 points. Not complaining. Nice. I do like games like this for the sort of feeling of the board and the level evolving as you play. So after a while you sort of almost start thinking of it a bit like a maze that you need to find your way through and find some good paths through, and the interesting thing being that you're creating those paths yourself. $128 pieces to go. There's one of the bombs. Still got another bomb. All good. 119 pieces left. We're in a reasonable state, I'd say. Let's just try and be sensible with what we put where. If such a thing is possible. Oh, so many of the big uns. Alright, the perfect place for you. There you go. Oh no. They're all huge. Right, clear some space, clear some space, clear some space. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. What did I tell you? Everything is absolutely fine. Down there. Oh, the pain. The pain of brain. Good. We like that. We like that also. Have some up there. Don't think I've got anywhere to put that one. Unless. Yes. Look at me, cleaning space like a pro. Right. Now to make a mess of everything. $77 pieces to go. Okay. Oh no, I've made a hole. When me and my friends used to play a lot of Rampart, the Atari games arcade game. And Rampart, if you're not familiar, is a game where you alternate between firing cannons at each other's castles and then rebuilding your castles using blocks a bit like this, against a strict time limit. And while you're rebuilding your castle in Rampart, you need to make sure that you leave enough space to put cannons in, otherwise you won't be able to fire at your opponents on the next round. And if you make the equivalent of what I'm calling a hole in this, that's not enough space to put a cannon. And we always used to call that a milady's chamber. And it was always something to be mocked. Because if you'd made a milady's chamber, you'd made something completely worthless. Completely worthless to your war effort. But at the same time, it also became a sort of weird point of pride at times as well. You're like, oh, I made a milady's chamber. Oh, it's getting tight around here. And I don't like it. Nope. Oh god. Oh god. It's okay, only 36 to go. We're doing alright. This is actually the furthest I've ever got in this game. Granted, it was with a continue. But it totally counts. I still had to restart level 2 from the beginning and do it again. So it counts. I completed that level. It totally counts. Running out of places to put things. Oh no, it's all over. It is all over. Anyway, I think we can probably leave that there for now, as those are the two main game modes in this. Like I say, there is a versus mode as well that I actually haven't had the chance to play with anyone as yet. I should make some time to do that at some point. But this is a great single player game if you're in the mood for a nice puzzle. And yeah, a real highlight of the Mega Cat Studios Collection 2 cartridge for me personally, and for quite a few other people online from what I've seen as well. So, that was Romeow and Julicat for Evercade. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.